TikTok shop. We gotta talk about it. I don't know if this is a surprise to anyone, but I have definitely dabbled in purchasing things at TikTok shop, and I have a lot of good stuff that I've gotten from there. Some of my all-time favorite things that I own has come from there, and I'm ready to share those. But also stick around because there's a few that I kind of regret buying, and I'll share those as well. You may be wondering, why is she wearing a sweater in May? And that's because this is one of the first items that I bought on TikTok shop, and I did buy this for Valentine's Day. And it's this cute heart-shaped knit sweater. It is quite toasty right now, but it is really good quality. It's very thick, and it honestly feels like it was handmade. I don't think it was. I paid $7.85 for this, and I actually have no complaints. This is a very high quality sweater. I would expect the same quality if I, just went into a regular like brick and mortar store and purchased a sweater. Like I could totally see a store charging $25, $30 for a sweater like this. So I am very pleasantly surprised by the quality, and I did have a really cute Valentine's Day fit, if I do say so myself. Put it up here for y'all. But I've actually thought about going back to the shop that sold these and just seeing if they have different colors or prints, because I do really like this. I also like the fit of it. What finally made me decide to buy things from TikTok shop? Oh no, we have a mess of cords. It's this, and you might have seen it on TikTok. I think they call it Wavy Talk is the name of this. And I did this pretty quick, so my hair doesn't look that great in total. I think I spent 10 minutes doing my hair, but it actually was a hot mess because I had gotten out of the shower, blow dried it. It was very frizzy, and this really tamed it. And I like because it gives a little flip on the end. And I had tried the Revlon brush, that one that's like your hair's supposed to be damp and it like flips out your hair, and the barrel on it is huge. Also the barrel is smaller, which I really like. The difference too is the Revlon one blows out air almost, like a hairdryer, like it's very loud. This doesn't blow air at all, it just heats up, and then you just keep, brushing your hair, and you can, curl it around. I'll put it in a clip of me doing my hair. Like I said, I did this pretty quick. I really like this. I use it quite a bit. If I want a little more like wah wah boom, I do have hair rollers, so I'll run it in this, and then especially my bangs, I didn't do it today. I'll usually do my bangs first, and then I'll clip it up into a roller and then do the rest of my hair and let that cool, and that gives it so much volume. Also, just using this on its own without rollers, if you gave it a little more time and attention than just the 10 minutes that I did, you could get a lot of cool flips and tricks and more dimension to your hair. And I'm not gonna pull this up here because it'll be a catastrophe. But the cord on this is super long, which is nice. And I paid $12.19 for it. We're gonna breeze past this one because it might seem a little boring to you guys. I threw in some work socks. They're not super exciting, but normal quality of socks. I got this bundle because I just like the neutral colors. Yeah, no complaints. They wear just like my normal socks. I got 6 pairs and it was $2.18. That's a pretty good deal. And like I said, they're just normal quality of socks. Same as my other socks. I usually buy mine from Marshall's, so it helps you at all in what I'm basing quality of socks on. Another thing I had my eye on for a little bit, but I wasn't entirely sure if I wanted to get a new one, was a work bag. I have a traditional laptop bag, which I do love, but it's getting a little beat up just because I've been using it for 3 years. And so I kind of wanted more of a tote style bag. And so I picked up this one, and I thought it was just so cute with a pop of pink, and the strap is pink as well, and it is adjustable. I guess this is gonna come down to personal preference, but the closure on this is just a button. I know some people like the zip of it. I don't really have a preference, so that part doesn't bother me. Also, I got a new work laptop, which is exciting, but it's very tall, so it actually sits a little high in this one. I did have a traditional just Dell laptop, and that one was fine, and height-wise was underneath, and I could close this. My new one is like an HP one. It's a little bigger, so it sticks out the top, which is a bummer that I can't do the little clipping, but it's nice that this isn't a zip closure, and I have the option just, to keep it open to where it's not a big deal if my laptop sticks out an inch or so. As you can see, there are pockets on both sides, which is really nice just for odds and ends. There's also pockets on the skinnier side. I don't really use these for anything. I do think the positioning of this buckle, that's not crazy useful, but you know, you could still throw some stuff in there, maybe things that you don't need access to all the time. There are no pockets or dividers or anything on the inside. I know that's gonna come down to preference. Some people would probably like an inside pocket or some kind of divider. It does come with this little, I don't even know what you call this, but it's like a stiffer piece that you can just put in the bottom to keep the shape. So overall, I really like this. I would say my only complaint for this is this strap that's adjustable. It does slip easily. I also probably put way too much in my bag. I get this thing heavy though, and she's stayed tough. And I've been using this now for, I want to say 5 or 6 months, so pretty solid use. The only thing is this just slowly will slip down when you if you put a ton of weight in here. Like I said, mine's usually pretty heavy. I throw a lot in here, but it'll just slowly slip down. With that being said, it's not slipping down in that first use. It'll maybe be over like a couple days. I'll notice that the strap has gotten longer, but I mean, it's an easy fix. Just before I put it on, I'll just, you know, do that, throw it back on, and then maybe in like a week or two, I need to tighten it back up again. But really, no biggie there. I'm also probably just putting too heavy of things in my work bag. Laptop bags can get pretty expensive in work totes, so it was one where I didn't want to spend a bunch of money in case I wanted to go back to the one I was previously using, so it made it easier to make that decision since this one was pretty affordable. This one was $8.77. I love the size of it, I love the look of it, and it was very affordable. I'll look up the price, but so cute. I also like the pocket here. And then similar to my work bag, it has a closure at the top. Also has the same magnetic button closure here. And then inside, it's lined, and then it also has a zipper pocket inside, which I do kind of wish the work bag had that, but I've actually thought about switching this as a work bag. I think it could double, but like I said, my new laptop's a little too wide, so I don't think this could work for me, but this might make a good work bag for others. It's probably preference, but I do love the leather look when it's just slightly flimsy. I like how this is a thinner one, so it's easy to, you know, move and get into, and I just like the way it sits. And it's not a super stiff leather, but I also think that if you get too loose, it can look a little cheap, but I feel like this is just the perfect amount of slack that the purse needs to still get that 90s vibe, so I really like this one. And then the most recent item that I bought is actually my phone case. I got this like last week, and I am obsessed with this. And the ad I got was actually to turn your iPhone into a pink iPhone, and it's to make it look like it was manufactured that way. So I almost bought that one, but instead, mentioned a million times, green's my favorite color. I had to get this one. Just the detail of this, one, putting the Apple logo, also just the green hue around the camera. I think that detail is what really makes this high quality, as well as the green chrome along the edges. I think is super cool as well. They have a bunch of different colors too, like pink and sky blue and all different ones, so definitely go check that out. But in total, I paid $20 for this phone case, which to have this aesthetic and the quality was very impressive to me. So I'm very excited with this purchase. This might be up there as my favorite. I don't know, I'm back and forth between this and the phone case. All right, so although there have been a lot of products that I have enjoyed using from TikTok, there is one product that I don't really think was worth the purchase. Probably pretty niche to content creating, but some people could find use in this in their daily life, and that is phone stands. I actually have bought one before just for my home office, just to have my phone propped up. I can see if a notification goes off, you know, I can control Spotify or something easier. So there is use for it other than content creating, but the reason I bought this specific one was content creating because it is very compact and it folds up. So you can throw that in your purse, in your bag. It's very easy to transport. One that I'll compare it to is actually this one, and this is the one that just sits in my home office, does not travel. This one, in terms of quality and sturdiness, this one is better, but there are some things that this can do that I was looking for in this one. So one being easy to transport. Sometimes I like to use this for reels. I like to just put my phone set up that way, and this is very easy to film, and I like that it can move around like this. Is better with this one is actually the angle that this will take. So this one can do straight up and down, if I can do this while holding it, but my phone can sit vertically, whereas this one, it does have a slight tilt to it, and that's as vertical as it will go. So it seems like something very slight, and usually if you're just using it to view your phone, it's not a big deal, but if you're, you know, into content creating, that can kind of be frustrating at times when you want that angle to just look like straight on and not a downward angle. Things that have kind of kept me from using this is it's not that strong in the angles that it can hold. And that's kind of a deal breaker for me, because if I am trying to do a unique angle on this and this part can't hold the angle that I'm wanting, you know, it's really frustrating. We've all been there where if you have a certain angle and then it just can't hold that, kind of defeats the purpose. So also, as you can tell, the height difference, very different in height difference, which very different in height difference, goodness. Aside from just being able to get the straight on angle, I don't really feel that attached to this purchase. If I'm being honest, I don't travel with it or anywhere. Like, it usually just sits up in my office with this one too, and I'll maybe just run up and grab it if I'm wanting that specific angle. But a lot of times I still just go ahead and grab this one that Taylor got me off Amazon, and it's just sturdy, more reliable. So I just don't know if it's as versatile as the TikTok ads I was seeing for it. So that's maybe one I wouldn't purchase again. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I'm curious if you've tried anything from TikTok Shop, or if maybe this video is making you want to try it out. Please let me know any of your stories, good or bad, that you've had with TikTok Shop. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Like, one of them literally cheated on his girlfriend or his fiance, and it was juicy.